Let us now go to Jackie's submission. First of all, Jackie was arrested because, according to the prosecution, she was in the vicinity of Lamurai Gardens apartment when the murder took place, but they didn't prove that she was there because she had alibis for everywhere that she was. And number two, her vehicle was used in the commission of offense. Yes, it is true her vehicle was used in the commission of the offense, but she was not the one driving. She was not with the vehicle. She had no control of her vehicle that particular night. 3, she aided the first accused to commit the murder. They did not find any evidence that Jackie aided Joey to commit this murder. This was never proved. Then number 5, she gave false information to police concerning the shooting incident whose intention was to divert their attention. And number 6, she aided and abetted and or was aware of the destruction of evidence by Joey. So these were Jackie's responses. Number 1, she said she did not know Monica, and the prosecution could not disprove this and say that Jackie knew Monica, because on Joey's part there were witness statements proving that he knew Monica, first-hand accounts in fact, and there was videos and screenshots proving that they have been talking with Monica. So for Jackie, the prosecution did not prove that she knew Monica. Number 2, she said she had no motive to kill Monica, which is true because you don't have a motive to kill someone you do not know. Then number 3, she said, yes, my phone went off, but that's not a crime because my phone was not switched off. It was out of juice. It ran out of battery. She also said, yes, I gave Joey my car to use while I'm at work because Joey was my fiance. And Joey at that point was jobless. He used to drop me at work and pick me up in the evening. And during the day, he had liberty to use the car for whatever he wanted. So yes, I gave him the car to use. But I had no control of the car when I'm at work or when he had the car. She said, I have produced alibis for each and every movement I made that night of the murder, and the prosecution has not disproved them. This is very true because I remember Mike Sonko, the former governor of Nairobi, coming out and saying, yes, I was with Jackie at Club 4040. Yes, I was with her at the station when we were doing the interview. And several other friends of Jackie came out and said, yes, we were with Jackie. So Jackie had an alibi for the whole day, the whole night, and even the next day. So the prosecution had nothing on her when it came to location. She also said there is no forensic data and no eyewitness that places me at Monica's house on the day that she died, which is true. All the witnesses all said they saw Joey. No one said they saw Jackie. Number 7, she also said people who visited Monica that night were males, but I'm a female, and there's no witness who has come out and said that there was a lady who visited Monica that night. That is very true also. All the witnesses kept saying that Monica was visited by males, never a female. She also said that she did not witness the burning of any clothes, and she told the court that anyway, if the burning happened, it happened in a public place, and the prosecution did not prove that the burning happened in the front of her house. Also, Brian Kasaine, who testified that Joey asked him for paraffin to use in the burning of the kanzu, did not mention Jackie and did not mention anything about Jackie, whether her knowing or whether her being in the house or around, nothing. So the prosecution could not prove that Jackie actually witnessed the burning of the clothes, or if she even knew about the burning of any clothes. She also said that the prosecution had not produced any evidence linking her to the murder as an accessory, which is true. The only evidence the prosecution had produced to the court was of her lying about the shooting incident, but they had produced nothing linking her to the murder. No witnesses, no first-hand accounts or testimonies, no DNA evidence, nothing at all. All the evidence they had produced to court concerning the murder pointed to Joey. Nothing pointed to Jackie. She also said that she did not know of any plan to kill Monica, and if she did, she would have reported it because her conscience would not have allowed her not to. She also ended by saying that She had nothing to do with the murder. She was only guilty of lying to the police about the shooting, but not the murder. So let me clarify something about the shooting. The shooting happened the next day after the murder. That was 20th September 2018. Jackie and Joy were having an argument, and Joy accidentally shot himself. He had asked their neighbor Brian Kasaine for help, and they took him to hospital, but Kasaine told them that this gun belongs to me, yes, but it is not properly registered. So you cannot tell the cops that you shot yourself, because they will launch an investigation into me and I will get into trouble. So all three of them agreed to lie to the cops that Joey was shot by thugs at the gate outside Royal Park Gardens in Langata. And actually all three of them were at some point arrested. But then Brian Kasaine was charged with unlawful possession of a firearm, but the charges were later dropped when he turned into a state witness and testified against Joey. Testified against him concerning having the gun on the day Monica was murdered, about shooting himself, and about burning the clothes. So according to Jackie, and according also to the court, she had nothing to do with the murder. She was only guilty of lying to the police about the shooting. The court agreed with her, but said that the police officer charged her with the wrong offense. That is accessory to murder. This was the wrong offense because there was nothing proving that she was actually assisting, or she assisted in the murder of Monica Kimani. So the court instead said that the DPP should have charged her with contravention under section 129 of the Penal Code, which is giving misleading or false information to a public servant, of which the punishment is 3 years in prison. There's no statute of limitations on this, on criminal cases, so the DPP is free to open charges against Jackie whenever they want. But the court agreed that Jackie had nothing to do with the murder. Now, what of Jackie? Since she was acquitted, can she sue for malicious prosecution? In my opinion, I think yes, she can. I mean, who wouldn't blame her? Because her life was ruined. The country will never look at her the same way again, and there are some people who will never believe that she was innocent, despite her being acquitted and despite the court's judgment. Plus, also there's the emotional torture she suffered, the public humiliation, the stress and suffering, and also not forgetting the financial implications she endured. So I looked at her options to see if she can sue for malicious prosecution. And I found that in order for you to sue for malicious prosecution, the plaintiff, in this case Jackie, would need to prove some certain points. Firstly, she would need to prove that the prosecution was instigated by a defendant or was pushed by some kind of motive to falsely prosecute her. 2, she would need to prove that the matter was finalized or the prosecution terminated in her favor, which is easy to prove because there is a judgment that is public knowledge that she was acquitted. And then number 3, she would need to prove that the prosecution was instituted without reasonable or probable cause, which I think she can prove because there was no reasonable reason why the prosecution would charge her as an accessory to murder, because there was no evidence at all linking her to the crime. So I think she can prove that also. And then lastly, she needs to prove that the prosecution or its continuous was actuated by malice on the part of the defendants. I think Jackie can prove all these 4 points and she can succeed in a suit for malicious prosecution. However, I doubt she will sue because from what I've seen, I think she's sick and tired of courts and she wouldn't want to be back in front of a judge or in court or to deal with the system anytime soon. So guys, that is all for me today. I hope I have helped you understand the court's judgment. I know the video is a little bit long, so thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions, please ask in the comment section. I will be willing and ready to answer as much as I can, or the ones that I can handle.